Hi, boys and girls. I'm Victoria Jones, and I'm going to read a book to you called White Owl, Barn Owl. It is by Nicola Davies and Michael Foreman. White Owl, Barn Owl. One frosty winter day, I helped my grandpa make a big wooden box. "What's it for, Grandpa?" "It's for the barn owls to nest in," he said. "What barn owls?" I asked. But Grandpa just smiled. "Wait and see," he said. We carried the box across the Tusocki field. Grandpa put the box high in the old oak tree. "How do you know there are barn owls here?" I asked. "I've seen one sitting up on that branch at night," Grandpa said. "Look, it's left something behind." Under the branch was a pile of little sausage-shaped blobs. They looked like dried poop, but Grandpa said they were just pellets. "The owls spit them out," Grandpa said, "to get rid of the fur and the bones that they can't eat." He pulled a pellet apart and he showed me the tiny bones and the skulls inside. "Will the owl come back to our box tonight?" "Maybe," said Grandpa, "but maybe not. Owls are wild birds, and you just can't be sure what they'll do." When the sun went down, we kept a lookout just in case, but we didn't see anything. "We'll have to be patient," said Grandpa. We were patient lots of times. I thought we'd never see an owl. And then, one spring night, just as the sky went pink, a pale face looked out of our box. An owl! A white owl! A barn owl! And then Grandpa did a strange thing. He put his hand over his mouth and he made a loud squeaky sound. Right away, the owl took off and he flew towards us. "He thinks I'm a vole or a mouse in the grass," Grandpa whispered. "He's coming to see if he can catch his dinner." I just held my breath. The owl's whiteness gleamed and his face was like a pearly heart. The owl came closer and closer, and then he landed in the tree right beside our hiding place. It was so light, it hardly bent the twig it perched on. I could see the tiny ruff of the feathers around its face like stiff lace. I could see the speckled brown on its back. I could see the shine of its big dark eyes, and I could have reached out and touched its velvety softness. As it raised its wings, it took off like an angel, and it was so quiet. All I heard was the beating of my own heart. The owl flew back and forth over the field, and then another owl came to join it. "That's its mate," Grandpa whispered. One owl dropped to the ground, and then it came up again. Look, Grandpa, it's caught something," I said. The owl flew straight to the box and it went inside. Hiss, snore, twitter, twitter, hiss, snore. The weirdest noises came from Grandpa's box. "They've got a family," Grandpa whispered. "That's the baby owls squabbling over their dinner." I held Grandpa's hand as we walked home as the moon came up. "Will the barn owls always nest in our box now, Grandpa?" I said. Grandpa smiled. "You know," he said, "I think they just might." And that is the end.